What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle. Welcome back to my channel. I am back again for a second day in a row to try to get some of this wood like a crazy madman. But I want to go for these rounds today. That big puppy there, if I can roll that, and some of these other large, that piece over there. I might cut up this big flat one. That's the same kind of wood that my biggest chopping block on YouTube. That's a second one, same kind of wood, I think. I might noodle that down, and take that. But I'm also gonna try to get these out of here today, if I can get them unfrozen. I'm gonna hit them with an axe and see if I can get them out of here. That one's ready to roll, right here. So that's what we're gonna work on today. Let's see if I can get it out of there. I would like to back my truck in over here, but it's 9 degrees out and I just don't feel like moving this pile of junk right here. If I could move this pile, and this thing right here is rotten. I mean, look at that, I kicked it. It's like you could pick that up one person. It's completely rotten on the other side, but I don't feel like moving all this stuff. See how punky that is? It looks like a good piece of maple, but it is completely rot. So if I could move this pile of junk right here, I may do it on a nicer day, but I'm not gonna do it today. I'm just gonna try to roll those things down the hill. It's a little bit of a hill coming down, so I'll just see if I can roll them down. Let's get set up. I'm gonna get set up. I'll set a tripod up and see if I can bust these things out of the ice with the axe I have. It's a splitting axe maul, but a little yellow handle, rubber handle thing, plastic one. Let's see if I can get this thing loose. Okay, I don't know if I'm in the camera or not when I stand up, but I feel like there's a lot of good wood in here, and I know my 30-ton log splitter will go through this, so let's see if I can free it up and roll it on the truck. Those are some cold worms. Ooh, there's some little red wigglers under here. If anybody wants to go fishing. Anyways, they are some cold worms. Woo! All right, well, there's one. Now, if I can get that in the trailer, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to get that on the trailer or not. I'm still in the picture. It's got a big knot on it here. I don't know if that's going to roll very good. Yeah. One. Two. All right. All right, these over here are pretty stuck. I don't know if this one's coming out. Oh, the hoarders have been at work again. Looks like we got a gas tank and a pint of oil. Come on. All right. Success. All right, this piece here, I don't even know if it's worth messing with this. It's just flat, laying flat on the ground. Ah. Ow. I'm gonna fall on my butt if this thing slips. Ooh. There might be ants in that log. It's got a split right in the middle of it right here. But I'm sure there's still good wood in it. What do you think? Should I try to take that home? I think I'm going to. I'm desperate for wood right now. Even if there's ants in that little split right there, all of this is good wood out here. That's good wood right here too. It's hollow. I think this is maple. That log's hollow, but that means it's dry too. That whole interior is dry. All right, that's gonna be a pretty good load right there. Let me try to roll those back and put them in the trailer and see how much room I have left over. There is a couple more left. That one there on the ground, and maybe that one that's hot. That one's kind of rotten in the middle, but there might be one left. This piece right here is absolutely massive. There's a lot of wood in that, but that's 25 inches long and huge. I'd have to break that down with a chainsaw just to make it worthwhile. It won't even fit in a fireplace. And then, oh yeah, there's this piece here. If I can fit that in there, maybe. Let's see, I don't know. I'm gonna try to roll this stuff back to the truck and see how full it is. Let's just see if this concept will even work and I can get this up the ramp. Problem. Sweet. Woo. Okay. It works. We got a big one coming up now. Oh my gosh, look at the size of This ain't gonna be easy. This is a big piece of wood. My gosh. She's big. All right, that was the biggest one. I think they get a little easier from here unless I do the one that's sitting on top over there on the left. That'll fill up a trailer fast. There's a lot of wood in those. I'm gonna try this large piece up here, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. It's frozen and it's got a big branch sticking out on one side. Nice piece of hickory right here, though. That's a big piece of wood right here. This hickory is stuck. I don't even know if that's gonna fit in the trailer. It's pretty big. Let me load up these other three and see how much space I got. It might fit, but it's heavy. pipe might fit if I feel like doing it. Woo! That's $100 worth of wood right there. That's a rick of wood. Probably more by the time you break it up and stack it with airspace. That's probably over $100 right there. Alright, I'm gonna go with another method for this one. Actually, I don't know, let's see. I don't break my board right here. Might break that. Piece of RGB ready to burn. Throw that in. Okay, this is that last big one. I didn't film me rolling it over here, that's not important. But if I can get these rounds within reach of my splitter, it's all over. I mean, if I can get them on my back porch, I can break them down. So I just got to roll them back there. It's all downhill though to my back porch, so that's not a problem. Just roll them down there to the back porch and split them. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. Surprised they're not sliding back down, and there's ice on the ground. I think we're gonna get it. Woo! Lock and load. Lock them up. All right, I'm happy with that. Couple $100 worth of wood right there, probably. Okay, valuable commodities secured. Now, I'm gonna look around and try to find some other stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna find, but there's not really much sense in recording it all. I mean, I'm just gonna look around and throw some wood in my truck. That's right. I may noodle that other big, where my axe is over there. I may flip that over and noodle it down, but I don't know. Maybe not. It's really cold. It's really cold. My chainsaw's probably cold, and I don't have winter bar oil. So I don't know. We'll see how much other stuff I can find. I'm not opposed to even picking up some pine today if it's easy pickings. because people are buying the pine, and I just want to fill up a quick load and get some wood home so I can have some stuff to process. So I'm going to shut off and just load it up. I'll show you what I end up with. Here I am back at home, and the trailer's completely full. Y'all saw me load most of that. I did there's a piece of beech in there and a couple other pieces I threw in, but now I got to unload, and this is where I break my tail light in a minute, dropping wood on it. But I grabbed a few pieces of cedar, a little bit of pine, just things that were easy because everything was frozen to the ground. So anything that I could just grab, I did, and ended up with some nice stuff. Okay, I have made it home, and I'm not gonna show myself in the camera because I've had a hat on and I just took my jacket off. Anyways, I'm a mess. Here's the rounds. And I got them close to my splitter. The splitter is right there. I'm gonna roll that thing over here and break these things up. And I have quite a pile of wood to be splitting. I'm not gonna go walk around. You can see it all. Got a few rounds to work on. I got some chainsaw work to do to break it down, and so that'll be coming up. I feel good to get a lot of stuff done though. Here's a quarter for scale on these logs. They're big. I'm not gonna lay it flat, but there's a quarter. I hope that helps. Okay, just a few things here. I'm in the garage, and it is, I don't know if you can read that, but about 30 degrees inside, and it's 9 outside right now. But it was really cold yesterday. It's cold today. And when I was unloading wood, I found this thing. Check this out. If there's a biologist or a mycologist or an ecologist watching, what the heck do you think that is? I know the lighting's not the best. That's like the bottom of it. It looks like it might have a small hole in it. There it is. And that's the top. I have no idea what that is. It's some type of fungus or something. Probably like some type of mushroom that's frozen. Might be a frozen puffball or something. So that was kind of neat. And then the next thing I wanted to show y'all is I dropped a big heavy piece of wood and it landed right on my tail light yesterday. So here it is. I turned the light on, but yeah, it's got a crack all down here. It busted the top. And I knew these, oh my gosh, it's so cold. I don't know when this silicone will have a chance to dry. Like I said, it's 30 degrees in here and that needs to dry. So it's not ideal at all. I have no idea when that'll ever get to dry, but I put a bunch of super glue, Gorilla Glue on the back side of this and tried to seal it. It's just in a bad spot. I knew they were gonna get hit eventually. Even if you're just backing up, they just kind of are low-hanging fruit. You see what I mean? If you're backing up into a wood pile or something, backing into the wood yard, I mean, I'll probably brush up against a log or something eventually and bust one anyways. But that's, I don't know, they're 30 or 40 bucks to buy a new set and you have to just cut the wires and rewire them. So it's not a big deal. If I could get that silicone to dry, I'd feel a lot better just to try to keep the moisture out of it. It's gonna look like crap when it lights up. There's super glue all over it. I just want it to be solid though. So, because if moisture gets in it and it blows a fuse or something, that's the last thing I need. And it is still soft. I did that yesterday before the sun went down, about 4 o'clock, and it's now the next morning and it's still soft. And hold on. So the last thing I wanted to mention is I have a plastic bed liner in my truck. It's not like a Line-X spray-in liner. It's one of the ones with like ribs that has peaks and valleys. And it's so cold that it was breaking up yesterday, which kind of stinks, but it's brittle. I mean, I was loading logs in and whatever, and there was pieces of my bed liner breaking off, and you can just take them and snap them in half. They just, I mean, like nothing. You can just snap them and they just break up, fall apart. So it's cold out there, guys. Have a good one.